So you became a knockout artist essentially,
Right.
and so when did the boxing training start?
Listen, let me tell you how I started boxing. I started boxing for a guy named Donald Ray Williams.
Okay.
He was the leader of the Dynamite Devils, the biggest black street gang ever.
Mm.
I'm 23 years old, went to a club called Club 91 on 116, right down the street from Corlett, actually right across from John Adams. Make a long story short, I get into it with the bouncer. We go outside, but when we go outside, it's a bunch of his dudes outside and they about to jump me. I'm with one of my friends. They about to jump me. I know it's about to be over with. Me just being mad, knowing I'm about to get jumped, I'm just about to blurt something out to just make myself feel better before they put the boot to me. And I say, y'all better jump me, because if y'all don't, I can knock all y'all out heads up. Donald Ray Williams was there. And at the time, I knew his name, but I didn't know how he looked. But they were calling him KO because that's his nickname, because he was a knockout artist in the street too. He's about 10 years older than me. He had a boxing gym at the time. So when he heard me say, I can knock all of y'all out heads up, he said, let me see if this guy can really fight. Because if he can, I'm going to let him box. So I see this short, cocky guy come through the crowd like, no, y'all ain't about to jump him. He said he can knock all y'all out. Make a long story short, I fought two dudes heads up. One I did knock out, but the other one I dropped.
Man.
He didn't let them jump me. I still don't know who he is. He takes a card out of his pocket and say, if it wasn't for me, you probably be in a hospital right now. He said, but I got a boxing gym and I expect to see you there Monday, and hand me the card.
When you better show up too.
When I took the card and seen his name, Donald Ray Williams, and he was legendary back then. When I say legendary, he was like Suge Knight of Cleveland.
Wow.
Willie, ask your uncle about Donald Ray Williams.
I'm going to ask him about.
He was the Suge Knight of Cleveland. Man. So when I took the card and seen his name, I said, you Donald Ray Williams? He said, that's right. And I'll see you Monday. And that's when I first went to the gym.
That's something, man. So I want to just divert for a second. So Cleveland had a lot of legendary boxers come out of it.
That's true.
Who were the main guys then?
That came before me?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a few of them. Sanderline Williams.
Okay.
It was some East Cleveland was known to have good boxers. You know what I'm saying? Cheerio, Bubby. We had a heavyweight named Eli. You had the Johnson family. God bless a guy named Darryl Johnson. He actually won a belt at a heavyweight, and he was pro when I was amateur. Him and I used to spar. A guy named James Hurricane Walton. You know, so we had some good boxers, you know, come out of Cleveland. Oh, I almost forgot Sugar K. He was a national 2-time champion. I actually went to his inductee when he got inducted to the Ohio Boxing Hall of Fame 2.5 years ago. He personally invited me. So yeah, Cleveland had some good. Like when we go to national championships, and when all the fighters from all around the nation is there at one particular national championship, people know Cleveland fighters, we coming to fight.
Okay. Okay, so let's jump back to your first day in the gym when you walked in with him. Like, first off, how was your knowing who he is now? Like you said, it's the Suge Knight of Cleveland, man. Like, was was you nervous going in, or was you like confident going in? How was your attitude going in?
I ain't gonna lie, I was lightweight nervous.
You was nervous?
Yeah, because he the Suge Knight of Cleveland, and I'm like, man. So my cousins are from King Kennedy, and my cousins used to fight him back in the day because, like I say, the Dynamite Devils used to fight all the project dudes. That was the big war in the 70s and the 80s. So I called a couple of my cousins who like 7, 8, 9, 10 years older than me and told them the story. They said, we're going to come with you to the boxing gym. So when we pull up to the boxing gym, I got a car with my dudes and my cousin got 2 cars. But the way the boxing gym is set up, it kind of sit back from the road, but it got this big window, and they all in the window seeing who are these cars pulling up. They didn't know the cars. So when I got out, he seen me and came out, was like, man, I told my dudes you were coming, because I guess this dude's bet like he ain't coming. And then I came, then he looking at my cousins like he know their face. He's like, who's there? I said, he's my cousin. Then my cousin Mike, God bless his soul, he died in 2009 from cancer. He like 10 years older than me. He's like, man, this is my little cousin, man. I wanted to make sure he was okay. Like that. He said, oh, he gonna be okay. He gonna be okay. Said, did you tell him about the other night? I ain't let nobody do that. Yeah, he said, oh, he gonna be okay. And after that, it was on the pop. I didn't need my cousin no more after that.
So you in the gym, with this Cleveland legend, man. I'm curious, man. Break down the first practice, like, because I hear a lot of stories about high school guys who work out with college guys, or college guys who work out with NFL guys, and they be like, "Yo, I thought I worked out until I worked out with," like Reggie Bush say. I think Reggie Bush said he worked out with Marshawn Lynch, and I think he said he ended up throwing up. He like thought I worked out until I worked out with Marshawn. So explain that first practice. How was it?
I'm gonna tell you the first practice. It wasn't so much strenuous because he had something already on his mind. He had seen me fight. So the boxing gym, his boxing gym was right across the street from the Morris Black Projects. He already had it lined up for me to fight one of their best fighters there.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay. Wow.
One of their best fighters. Now, he was a guy, he could fight real good, but he wouldn't be in the gym all the time because he's too busy running the streets. So I guess over the weekend, he said, there's a guy from Warrensville I got that's going to come down to the gym. I want you to spar with him. I want to see what he got because this guy can hit. And make a long story short, me and this guy sparred 3 tough rounds.
Wow.
And I'm talking about tough rounds. This is my first time ever sparring. But when we was done, guess what Donald Ray said? He looked at me. He said, Mercer, you want to go one more? I said, yeah. And dude's name was Book. I'll never forget his name. Book, you want to go one more? Book said. Just shook his head.
No smoke, man.
But guess what? But guess what? I was like, in my mind, good.
Because you ain't want to go again.
I really didn't want to, but since he asked me first, I had to say yes.
Right. It's just like, I'm not about to jump out.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Alex with the Black Culture Podcast. Make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. And follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at the Black Culture Podcast.